Hey, do you like the color or do you like the layers? Let me know in the comments below. In this video I'm going to show you how to make a beautiful gratin that can go with any steak. So, let's start. So, in this video I'm going to show you how to make a beautiful gratin, but a one that is going to stand out from the other gratin that you probably saw on YouTube channel or from other recipes. We're going to add to it Yuca. It's a type of root from South American cuisine. I really like the flavor of it. I actually made another video on my channel where I'm frying it like fries. If you want to learn how to work with frying the yuca and making fries and having a different texture to it, you can find it here. But in this video we're going to mix it with regular potatoes and make a beautiful gratin that can go with any steak. So let's start by warming up all the flavors with the liquids. Before we're actually going to start warming all the liquids with the flavors, I want to let you know that you have all the ingredients and the method of cooking with the measurements in the description below, so make sure to check it out whenever you have time. We're going to start by slicing the garlic and opening the flavor with the butter. We're going to add 1 cube of butter with the garlic, open the flavors. We're going to add thyme. I'm using dry thyme, you can use fresh. Now we're going to add the milk and the cream. Now we're going to add 4 seasoned pepper. So here we're using 4 types of peppers, which are going to bring a little bit of spiciness in the recipe. As for the salt, I'm using gross salt because in my opinion, gross salt goes very well with potatoes, so we're going to add it. And the rest of the butter. When the butter is already melted in the pot, we're going to add a little bit of nutmeg. So, when you have all the liquids and the spices already boiled, for 1-2 minutes, just turn off the heat and let it chill, so actually we can work with it. Meantime, you can peel the potatoes and the yuca. From the yuca, I'm cutting it usually into quarters because the middle part of the yuca, as you can see, it's a different color. This is the middle part of the root and it's not eatable. Usually better to take it off because if you're going to just cook it, it's going to be something that sticks in between the teeth and it's chewy. So usually I'm taking it out. Now, when the potatoes and the yuca already peeled, we're going to use a mandolin and slice everything to one big bowl, and after that mix it with the liquids and a bit of a parm. So, come closer, take a look. Beautiful. So, we're not looking for a consistency in the shape of the potatoes or the yuca here. We're just looking at the only consistency that we're looking for, that everything is going to be roughly the same thickness, you know, as thin as possible, because after that you're going to have a lot of layers and each layer is going to be separated with the liquid a little bit, and it's going to be like a type of puff pastry, you know, you have all the layers and we're going to roast it and you're going to see them very nice. When you have all the potatoes and the yuca already inside the bowl and the liquids already chilled down a little bit, let's add them, shake a little bit the liquids, so you're going to have everything, and pour it on top. We're going to take the foil and use a parchment paper to have something underneath, so tomorrow we're going to flip it and it's actually going to come out, you know, otherwise it's going to stick to the bottom and you cannot do nothing. So, for a small hack, take the parchment paper, make it a little bit longer than the foil, and from each side just fold a little bit, creating like an air bag. After that, put it underneath and start putting all the potatoes. And now we can add also some of the parm into the potatoes and start adding all the other potatoes. Press it and you see that you have still liquids inside. This one is going to steam the potatoes and cook it actually. Beautiful. Make sure from the beginning that you don't have any bumps where you have more potatoes on one side than the other side. Try to make it as flat and already start pressing it a little bit to see that everything is nice. Otherwise, when we're going to put the other tray with the weight on top and trying to take the air out of the gratin and make it even, it's not going to help. You're still going to have the air pockets the next day. So from the beginning, try to make it flat as possible and press it already a little bit. Now we're going to put it into the oven that is already preheated to 180 degrees Celsius or 360 Fahrenheit for half an hour, 40 minutes. We're going to take a cake taster and check that everything is actually cooked. So we're going to take a foil, put it on top, take the weight and put them on top. Press it. Time to check on the gratin. So let's lose the weight, the gratin. Everything is already chilled, very nice. You can press with your finger and see that it's actually soft also. Push it out a little bit the tray. Now using a regular knife, make sure everything is actually detached. Now we're going to flip it. You see at the moment it's already detaching. Beautiful. You see how nice it is? Firm, very nice. So we're going to cut the edges. They're going to be plus or minus even. And you see how nice it is? For the scraps, don't throw them. The scraps, you can use them for making a filling for something like pierogies with potatoes that you can make here. Also with the combination of the cassava, it's going to be probably nice. I would suggest if you're making pierogies from it, and you're going to find a recipe of making pierogies but with the sausage and cabbage on the channel, but you can make it the sausage also with this one. Going to be very nice. Sausage and potatoes with the cream and everything. It's very nice in taste. But those one are going to be like individual portions, like in a restaurant. Very nice. Each one of them, out of perspective of cooking a couple of times, you already know how much is going to be in the weight. Those one are roughly around 4 ounces. Let's move to the cooking station and roast it with a very nice steak. So for cooking the gratin in a perfect way that it's going to come out with the steaks together at the same time, we're going to sear the gratin and give it color in the pan, put it on a sheet tray and put it into the oven to actually warm up. Because if you're going to continue flipping it during the time that you're trying to warm it up and give it the caramelization, the gratin might break. You know, it's not going to stay one piece. And meantime, we're waiting for the gratin to warm up. We're going to work on the steak. So we have already a pan already on the stove. I'm doing it on 6 out of 9 electric stove power. We want to give a nice caramelization, but we don't want to give it too much and too fast. I'm going to do it with a combination of regular oil, start searing the gratin and give it the nice color, and to give the caramelization we're going to add 1 cube of butter. You can see very nice the color. We're going to flip them to the other side, give them a little bit with the regular oil, and after that flip it back and add the butter. From this moment it's going to be very fast, the caramelization. You see how nice it is already. So give it on the other side a little bit. Beautiful. This way you have the nice gratin already prepped on the sheet, and now you can start working on the steak. So put them in the oven that is already preheated to 180 degrees Celsius or 360 Fahrenheit for about 5 to 7 minutes. It doesn't need any more than that. We have our beautiful strip loin. So as usual, salt, very nice, pepper also. Make sure to do it on both sides. I'm doing it usually on a plate or in a tray. So when you have all the spices around, you can take all the fat. We're going to start with the fat and take all the spices. We're going to start with oil and we're going to add the steak. But first of all, from the fat to a little bit render the fat and make it a little bit more crispy. Hear the noise of all the fat is rendering underneath. When you have the nice color, just crushed garlic. I like to use rosemary with the steak and the butter. Now we're going to let it rest, and of course let me know how you like your steak in the comments below. Medium rare, well done. You know, there are also people like that, you know, with the well done. We're still working on this. So let me know as a feedback what you think about this video and on the channel. And if you want to subscribe, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell button. So, when the steak is rested and the gratin is already warm, make sure to have a very nice olive oil to drizzle on top to make it a little bit more presentable and also give it a little bit more flavor. Also, I'm using jus for the steak as a sauce. If you like your steak without a sauce, let me know in the comments below. Or if you prefer a different sauce with the steak. So, let's start. Very nice. The gratin, olive oil on the gratin and a little bit on the steak and some of the jus. Beautiful. And this is how you make a beautiful gratin that can go with any steak. So make sure to let me know what you think about this recipe in the comments below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up because my opinion, I think it's deserved. I can see the 1000 layers here. So almost like a puff pastry. And let me know if you're new to this channel, and if you are and you like the content on it, make sure to subscribe because more of these recipes are coming up every week. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Andrei. This is ThinkOFood.